This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world
and welcome back to CL 650's Boomer Life. I'm Zach Spencer. Today we're talking about your health and a good night's sleep with our sleep expert, Farooq Manji from SleepShop, your sleep experts. And our special guest today is Dr. Rosina Budwani, Doctor of Chiropractic. And we've been remiss not asking you where you practice. Where is your practice?
We're actually in Burnaby, close to Brentwood Mall. It's about a block west of Brentwood Mall, and it's an integrated wellness center. We have naturopathic doctors, we have registered massage therapists, physiotherapy, acupuncture, and chiropractic care.
Now, that's where all those new towers are going up there near Brentwood, right?
Yes, yeah.
There's a whole village being built there.
Yeah, when we were there 14 years ago, there was maybe one building, two buildings, and now there's 10 and more to come.
Yeah, it's great because you're right on transit, right?
Yes.
So you take the Expo line to Brentwood.
Yes, that's right.
And you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. So your sister's involved in your practice?
Yeah, she's actually my partner in the practice, and she's a naturopathic doctor. And
you get along?
We do, actually. Well, the trick is she knows who's boss.
Oh, so she's listening. She's yelling at the radio. Wait a second. All right, so that's good. Now, we want to talk about a position of sleep that you refer to as zero gravity. Explain what that is.
Zero gravity can be achieved in a few ways. So essentially what it is raising your feet above the level of your heart. And that will help to promote the increase of circulation, blood flow. It also relieves the pressure off the lower back. And it's a great way to begin your night in that position.
How do you achieve that?
So you can do it through an adjustable foundation. So the types of bases that can raise your head and raise your feet up. Or alternatively, we've got special knee bolsters. They're essentially pillows that are designed to go underneath your knees, and that'll raise your legs above the heart. Okay, and
I've never asked you because you've mentioned these adjustable beds in the past. They probably to me sound like they're a bit expensive. Is this something that something that you got a plan for to get an adjustable bed like that?
There's at one time they were very expensive because there were only a limited number of suppliers that were manufacturing these. Now there is a lot more choice. There's a lot more availability. A lot more manufacturers who are manufacturing these, and they are much more affordable today. I mean, you could get yourself into an adjustable foundation and a good quality mattress for under $2,000, whereas one time you had to spend just that amount on the foundation.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, so that's a perception people have of things have changed, and it's the same with the chiropractic profession that. I remember years ago, my dad was in the medical business and he was like, chiropractors, that's kind of like some crazy voodoo. But now everybody I know who's sensible goes and sees a chiropractor regularly. You still fight that stigma at times?
At times, but...
oh, by the way, I just want to preface that. My dad now goes regularly to a chiropractor.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's actually one of the fastest growing health professionals in the world. And British Columbia has the highest utilization rate across the country. Every once in a while, we'll get somebody that says, my doctor doesn't think I should go see a chiropractor. It's too dangerous. But, if you take the time to look at the studies over the last 20, 30 years, it is amazing what has come out of chiropractic research, to the point where now medical doctors and neurologists and other practitioners are referring their patients to us. We don't need an actual referral, but they're recommending chiropractic care for back pain and neck pain.
And you see this 1-2 punch of getting your alignment right and then sleeping in that alignment. So do you suggest that the best way to sleep is on their back?
I would say it's a tie between sleeping on their back and sleeping, on their side with a pillow between their knees.
And what are your thoughts on this slightly elevated foot position? Maybe not for sleeping the entire night, but as you mentioned, getting ready for bed?
It's great when they have a pillow or a bolster underneath their knees and their legs. It actually relaxes the lower part of the spine. And so when they wake up in the morning, it doesn't feel so stiff and compressed. So, yes.
All right. Now, Are these adjustable beds becoming more popular?
Yeah, I mean, at one time they were thought of just to be used for health reasons.
Like it was a hospital bed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it does address issues like acid reflux, sleep apnea, people who've got issues with their lower back. But now today we're seeing a lot younger demographic purchasing these just for lifestyle purposes. A lot of people like to read in bed. They like to do work on their iPad and things like that. Not that we'd promote doing a lot of that, but it is a reality. And so this way, at least they're not propping up 7 or 9 pillows behind themselves, but using an adjustable foundation can definitely help to get that proper alignment and the upward.
I just wanted to say, we'll get the chiropractor's point on this. What are the big mistakes that people make, not just in bed, but through their day with electronics? Because this is, iPad neck or whatever you want to call it. You're seeing this over and over, aren't you? This fascination with electronics is really doing a number on our neck and shoulders, and isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there. We see a lot of people come in with neck problems and headache problems, and a lot of it comes from the way that they hold their phone, and their head is bent forward for long periods of time. But even since the creation of laptops, the laptops the screen is lower than an actual desktop computer. So that means that the head is bent more forward than usual, and that bent forward position of the neck can, again, compress the discs and the nerves of the spine. And not only are we seeing problems with the adult population, but I'm seeing 10, 12-year-old kids coming in now with migraine headaches and carpal tunnel and all sorts of neck problems that I never used to see 10, 12 years ago in my practice.
So someone who wants to watch Netflix on their iPad in bed, and there's a lot of people out there, I know them, what is your suggestion for the correct position to get into or get an adjustable bed maybe?
I was going to say, if they don't have an adjustable bed, then they should try and sit upright with their head back and maybe have a couple pillows on their lap and then put the iPad on their lap.
I have a friend who has a stand for his iPad.
Yeah.
Because the holding it is putting stress on your neck too, right?
Yeah, holding it, and then, that causes shoulder problems as well. So if they're not holding it, they can just put it on their pillows or a stand, and that way they're not tiring their neck muscles or their shoulder muscles, and their head is in an upright position.
You must get a lot of people that want to spend the last hour of the day relaxing in bed, watching TV or catching a movie or their favorite show. So a lot of people must say that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean,
or listening to CL 650.
or doing that. There's a lot of ways that we'd like to promote the sort of that downtime at the end of the day, getting ready for sleep. So I mean, there is the tips that we all should know about in terms of the dim light, turning the electronics off, making sure that you've got the right temperature in your, whichever room that you're settling yourself.
Okay, that's World War III at most houses between how hot and cool it should be. One likes it hot, one likes it cool. Yeah. You hear that too, right?
You do, absolutely. And even the mattress, that's one of the critical pieces to getting a very good night's sleep. Between a restless night is that balanced temperature. Mm-hmm. So the mattress in itself, or the layers that you have on the mattress, etc. But these are all important factors to contribute to good night's sleep.
Because I hear over and over, no electronics in the bedroom, no TV before you go to bed. But I put the TV on and I watch the news for 20 minutes or as long as I can stay awake, because I usually nod off, and then I know it's time for bed because television often is kind of mundane, and I've heard some people say when you can't sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night, instead of just lying there, you should read or watch TV, something boring, and then you'll finally fall back to sleep again. So I'm not totally convinced on the no electronics before you go to bed. I think a lot of people watch TV before they go to bed.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we talked about the adjustable bed and the benefits of that. Now, there's an inexpensive option, isn't there? What's that?
Yeah, there are basically adjustable bases that you can get, very basic, which will allow the head to tilt up to 60 degrees and your feet up to 45. or so degrees. And you don't need things like massage and lights under the bed and, a full-on remote control. I mean, you just want something that's going to raise your head and feet.
But you can get a wedge for that, right? It's an inexpensive option.
Absolutely. So the wedges that are available, we have in various heights and degrees, 18 degrees, 23 degrees. And those will do exactly what an adjustable foundation will. And you can use that not only to just get ready and prep yourself for bed, but you can use that when you're using your iPad or watching TV, using just one very shallow pillow, and the wedge as a combination creates a really relaxing position.
And you were telling me that this is selling in incredible numbers now, that people try it. And so what's the percentage of people taking these away now?
I mean, I don't know the exact percentage, but
roughly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably now 20-30% of people buying the mattress will buy the elevation wedge to go with because it's inexpensive. Supports very well, and it'll last probably just as long as the mattress will.
And you don't have to have it on both sides of the bed.
You don't. It's 30 inches wide, which gives you ample space for your own self to use that on your own.
Okay, interesting. All right, when we come back, we'll actually go through the different types of mattresses and the benefits for each individual person because as everybody is unique, so too should their bed. And then the difference between husband and wife and that never-ending battle to get it just right and how you can solve that problem. So we have Farooq Manji here from SleepShop, your sleep experts, and Dr. Rosina Budwani, Doctor of Chiropractic in Burnaby, right near Brentwood, right?
Yes, the Back to Wellness Center.
Back to Wellness Center. We'll continue our conversation next on CL 650.
Canada's only weekly radio show dedicated to the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.